hello, my little buddies, and welcome back to Isle of Dragon Rise. I forget.
Right.
What is this game? It's that card game. It's the deck building game, where all the decks is the play area. And so the oddball trio sets out on the Queen's quest to slay the dragon. A reckless young man who fancies himself a hero, yet cares only for reward. His traveling companion, a quiet monster, and a proud witch, her hatred for the dragon all-consuming. Each hunt the dragon for a different reason, but unite to travel the realm. Hampered every step of the way by these horrid Ivory disciples. Their search for information about the dragon brings them to the Sea of Trees known as the Bewildering Wood. There, the would-be heroes meet a strange girl. Chapter 2, Bewildering Wood! It's possible to customize the appearance of certain game elements, such as your avatar, dice, and card design by selecting Customize from the title screen's Options menu. We can put this in the game by purchasing add-on content. Build a collection of customization shops, create a game appearance that suits your taste. That is really nifty. I almost feel like we should have ended the last episode on that.
Maybe. We can try it out next time. So you may as well just jump.
Except, what I might as well do...
Oh, is actually go out and then see what options are available?
Yeah. Yeah, I saved. It's all good. Voice of Cards, the Isle Dragon Rise! Oh!
Oh?
I haven't unlocked those.
Yeah, I had a feeling you don't actually have anything other than defaults unlocked. Oh, I'm wrong.
Bite me. Emails pattern.
I'm guessing that anything with that particular symbol in the top right is
The
DLC.
2 coins, yeah. Oh. This is a really interesting and nice way to do DLCs. Like, hey, you can really customize the game's look this way. You don't need it, of course.
Yep.
But you could. Oh, also, turns out that 20,000 G sword is the best sword in the game.
Like, it is real, it's not a scam?
Yeah, it's real. It's the best sword in the game, but people debate if it's actually worth 20,000 G. But it is the best sword in the game. And I think you get an achievement for it. Do we not have fast animations on? I thought we did.
We do have fast animation. That is the fast animation.
An enemy appears. Do you see 1 HP? Thunderstorm! See, I don't particularly like, turn-based combat games like this. Just because the turn-based combat can take forever to get there. Like, hey, look, a little battle that we would have no hope of losing. Oh, but that still takes like a minute. Like, why?
A thick fog impedes your vision. You surmise this is in no small part why they call it the Bewildering Wood.
Hey, look, it's a person.
Many a brave soul has set foot in this wood, only to be swallowed up and never seen nor heard from again, the traveler intones gravely. They also tell of a certain tool one needs to get through this place.
Ramming speed! So, okay.
Yes.
And I also found, apparently the, was it the thing of, like, deal 2d6 damage? Is not, there are some damages that are not affected by defense. Like, the deal 2d6 damage is unaffected by defense.
Ah.
So it's important if you, find an
About the enemy.
that has a high amount of defense, because then you are guaranteed to deal 2d6 damage.
Speaking of, these guys have pretty strong defense. Alright, lightning is not the choice for these guys.
Fortune favors the bold.
Let's just finish off this one. And also, all damage has a bit of, like, a randomization factor.
Yeah, I've
might do
noticed that,
slightly
yeah.
more or slightly less.
A message is written on the sign. Seek out the 4 Stela hidden deep in these woods.
Stela? An Emily appears. Slimes.
Excellent.
Kill it with fire.
No, I'll just kill it with magic.
Yeah, good job.
I'll kill it with Ram.
What about Rem?
No. Every little battle takes so much more time than it has any business taking. Really? I can heal too, you know. So yeah, that's why I like the games that like have it so if you come across enemies that are like just so weak you could just one-shot them or whatever, it'll just bypass the entire battle. Maybe it will and maybe it won't give you XP, but then you won't have to fight it. And that's the real prize. Me spending hours running around dungeons in Conception 2 just to try to... grinding to the point where I just auto-kill all of the enemies on the floor. No, he takes some damage.
One of the nuts flies off the tree and smacks you right on the head. The pain brings tears to your eyes.
Oh, that's quite a bit of damage,
You have
don't
found the southern stela. You smack it and hear a sound off to the west. You'd best head that way next. You hear a beautiful melody flowing from the forest depths. It sounds like singing, or perhaps birdsong.
So it could be some sort of, like a siren. So we shouldn't listen carefully, but maybe we should still find the singer to fight the siren.
Okay.
As if drawn in by the voice, you head deeper into the forest, where you find a woman playing a stringed instrument. Why won't the right words come to me, she laments, her fingers stopping on the strings. Hearing her sigh, you offer to help her with her song. Very well then. Please finish this verse, she responds, then begins to sing.
In a snow-covered town, I hear a voice. I mean,
Q.
is it Q?
You
I say
imitate
Q.
Mars' mule, but the woman just tilts her head to the side in confusion. You pity the poor soul for not comprehending the sheer cuteness of your dear companion. In the end, you gain nothing from the exchange and leave the woman to her song.
Well, she wasn't a siren, but yeesh. Messed that one up.
Ah, she has no sense of taste.
Probably should have said it's frickin' cold.
Yep, 50 XP. See, I figured, like, for unlocking, like, the monsters.
The man
things-
sighs, realizing he may never be able to escape with his current tool set.
Aha! Alright, let's follow.
You take a peek inside the grass and immediately find the owner of the voice. It's a harpy. It seems like the harpy hasn't yet noticed you. You pick up a rock and throw it at the monster's feet. Startled, the monster flaps its wings and flies away. You find some coins scattered about where it stood.
Interesting. So it seems like this game does a thing that I've seen in a few previous games before. Two identical setups for an event, but you require two different answers. Unfortunately, both of the setups are exactly the same, so you don't know which one is the correct answer until you do it. And it's like, hey, it could be option A, but it could be option B. There's no way of knowing until it's too late. And it's like, kind of lame. Like, I get that the idea is, oh, trying to make it, like, random because, like, oh, the characters wouldn't necessarily know, but in this case, they would know the difference between, you know, a harpy singing and someone playing a stringed instrument. I feel like those are two rather different sounds.
Maybe that's what the listen carefully is supposed to be about, to identify. And you're giving the paralyzed one to... Okay.
Yeah. Also, in the discussion, someone talked about how this game is so easy. They played through the whole thing without actually, like, buying any equipment. Blah.
You have found the Western Stela, which you swear up and down was not here when you came in. Nevertheless, you give it a smack. I guess there's sort of like an adage for games and stuff, although I don't think I've really ever heard anyone talk about it, but it makes sense if you think about it. The easier it is to get into combat, the easier it should be to resolve combat.
Sounds about right. Left.
The woman appears to be lost. How do I get out of here? She asks with furrowed brows.
Easy. So you're saying that we should listen carefully this time?
Yes.
As you listen closely, you are struck by a sudden dizzy spell. You
Okay,
sense
so
a
this one probably
presence
is a
growing
harpy.
closer, but cannot react. The grass rustles, then a monster realizing you've been caught in the harpy's trap, you ready your weapons. Let's do this.
Lightning.
Resists lightning.
Resist lightning? But it doesn't matter. You killed it. You won.
Only because we crit it. That gives less experience than a slime.
I think it's because we got ambushed.
For some time after that, you find yourself trembling at the mere sound of a bird's tweet.
Okay, it does seem then that listening is irrelevant then, because it looks like with the harpy, it's either ambush by a harpy or scare the harpy away and get some money.
You have found the Northern Stela. It doesn't look particularly special. You resolve to touch it anyhow.
So it looks like find the singer is going to be the correct answer no matter what.
That's what it seems like, yes. Yeah, I remember that in Gloomhaven, there are a few instances with, like, the city and road events that does, that, like, the front side is the same, but the back side differs depending on if you take option A or option B. And, like, it's gotten to the point where I had to, like, remember, it's like, okay, number 3 is A, number 4 is B. Because otherwise it's just a 50-50 chance on good or bad. So more singing. Let's find the singer. More harpies.
Okay. So it seems like if it's the harpy, yeah, the harpy will just drop money. If it's the woman, I mean, then we just need to find lyrics for her. Okay, this one's just annoying.
One of the nuts. Poor Mar clutches the spot, eyes tearing up from the blow.
We'll just kill Mar and fight. There you go, random encounter time. Oh.
Oh. Good thing you equipped him with the wind resist.
See, I saw this coming.
You did great.
77. Oh, hey, level up. Oh, hey, speed bonus.
Nice. That might not be good then.
Probably not, no.
You have found the Eastern Stela. You see the words Melody of Fortune chiseled into the corner. You have investigated all 4 of the Stela and the Bewildering Wood. You hear a sound, and it's not all that far away.
Nice. Oh! Is there anyone not at full health?
I think everyone is at full health.
I think the main character is 1 less than 1 full health. So, but let's just check the other pages.
Yeah, it's health, it's cure of poison, of paralysis, cure status, revive. I
Keep going.
feel like we don't need all these sounds.
Yep, so use one. Cool.
It is kind of neat that for some attacks it does like, like 3 instead of just 9. But it does make it slightly harder to calculate.
You examine the stela. The message carved into the stela reads, "Play in tune with the forest." You hold the woodland flute you received from the good doctor in Thriston. Doot 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 doodly doot 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 doo. You blow a handful of pleasant enough notes into the woodland flute.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on, I got this. I think you probably heard nothing, but the viewers at home heard that.
You soon become aware of accompanying percussion, which reveals itself to be a series of impeccably timed footfalls racing toward you. A young woman appears before you. "That was absolutely dreadful," she whinges, her jaunty gait betraying her enjoyment. She calls herself Ridis and declares herself a woodlander, resident of the bewildering wood. By sheer coincidence, the flute on which you played those notes was one designed to call the woodland people to your side.
Oh, the Kokiri?
Stunned by your good fortune, you ask Ridis to lead you eastward out of the forest. What luck! She agrees far more readily than you ever anticipated. But, she continues, extending her hand, you'll have to hand over the woodland flute first.
You could make her buy it. Do we just give her the flute?
Yeah, give it to her.
You hand over the flute, firmly restating that she may have it on the condition she leads you out of the bewildering wood. Ridis plucks the woodland flute out of your hands with glee and begins playing it as she skips away. Well, playing is a generous term. It sounds as though she may as well be murdering the poor thing. Ridis makes it clear that the fastest way out of the woods is through woodland, where she lives. "It's that-a-way," Ridis says gleefully, pointing past the stela before you.
All right. Let's get the last few. Yeah.
Gosh, I so much want to, like, practice instruments and stuff.
Welcome to Woodland,
It's hard to do.
Ritus says, gesturing out over the village.
It's hard to do while living in an apartment.
Yes.
I've been sorely tempted to just, like, bike out somewhere further away from people just to practice.
Now, if you'll
Maybe I
excuse
should.
me, I'm quite busy for the rest of the day. So you'll have to wait till tomorrow to leave the forest, she says, and makes her way home. Welcome to the Forest Oasis, the man greets you warmly.
That's a man? I'm sorry. It's not just me that thinks that that art makes that character look like they have breasts, right? You are probably right that we will get a total of 5 party members. Like, I assume those then are supposed to just be abs. Or is that pecs? Whatever. It's just like...
He's wandered these deceitful, bewildering woods for ages. He knows he will not find home no matter how many times he begs or tears he sheds. He is doomed to wander for another day. Why is, like, the flip side for everyone so dark?
You happen upon a man greedily guzzling well water. Could it truly be that much better than ordinary water?
Well,
I guess we're about to find out.
he made a promise to the love of his life when they were married. I shall love you till death do us part. 1/2 century later, he has proven to be a man of his word. His wife now lies in bed, illness slowly claiming her. He takes her hand, decades of memories washing over him. Finally, he sighs, he'll be through with his promise.
Jesus. Okay then. Now, I do want to point out, we are...
Yes, I know. Apparently there are achievements for the game parlor.
Is it just achievements? Like, does it have no in-game benefits?
I have no idea.
Okay,
Ooh,
I thought you
plus
would have.
4 attack. Ooh, speed penalty.
Speed bonus, but less defense.
1 less defense, yeah. Definitely getting these, though.
Yep. It is interesting how we can carry an extra 100 pieces of gear.
But only 30 items.
Yeah.
Don't think I need the Giant Scarb.
No.
Still tempted to get the Poison Stay Ring. For the, what's her name? The Witch?
Yeah, do it, I'd say. Especially since she's the only one who doesn't have a way of healing herself. I think.
Well, the main character can heal anyone.
Yes. I'm sorry. Oh, right. That costed 2,000. Okay.
Yes.
So, and you're not getting like the better armor for the main character just because it slows him down?
No. Yeah.
All right. So let's sell some things here at the item shop, I think.
I just want to see if they have anything that would be worthwhile to get. Nothing really useful. I guess we could try selling stuff.
So let's see here.
It feels bad to sell stuff. It's, oh my gosh, that's not worth it.
I mean, the thing is, selling regular potions, it's either we sell them for 5G or we throw them away when we need to get new stuff later. Like, I'd say maybe hold on to 3 salves.
Fine, I'll sell 3.
Okay, so, alright. Alright.
Apparently she's heard rumors of the dragon destroying another town somewhere. Our village would burn down so easily, she mutters, perhaps a bit more afraid of the symptom than the cause.
I mean, it's understandable.
You learn that Ridis's family is mired in debt and living hand to mouth, and I know how they got in so much trouble, the rumor mongerer says deliciously. We are not in the business of meddling in the personal affairs of others, Melanie says curtly, cutting her off.
Uh-oh. So we didn't want to check the flip side of her?
Yeah.
Ridis pores over a book while practicing on the woodland flute. She remains dreadful at it. The instant you begin speaking, she nearly leaps out of her skin and hides the book. She somehow hadn't noticed you. I thought you were the debt collectors. You can't sneak up on me like that, she stammers, struggling to regain her composure. You take note of a woman who appears quite ill. As it turns out, she is none other than Ridis's mother.
She's got quite the neck.
Is the well guy her father?
Maybe. Also, she's got a very
small amount of pain.
Yeah.
Will you give her something to ease her suffering?
Hey, let's give her something.
An antidote?
I mean, yeah, that seems to be the appropriate one.
Will you give her something? Yeah, here's some hot oil.
The item you've proffered has no effect, but I appreciate the thought. Ridis's mother hands you mysterious card 3 as a token of her gratitude. She begins speaking of Ridis, who has been preparing the medicine that helps her get through the day. She blames her illness, and therefore herself, for making Ridis's life so difficult. The more she talks, the more her face drops.
I mean, I would have thought, yeah, let's talk to Ridis again. No. Okay.
This shortcut is reserved for use by woodland citizens only, the guard barks, clearly unwilling to let you pass.
Well, looks like there's nothing else here. We might as well just stop by the inn and sleep for the night.
Yep.
Been a while
we want to
since
end the
we've
episode
had any
here?
outsiders. years, the innkeeper
40
says.
minutes in? No.
It turns out
Okay.
this inn is simply a place where the poor, lost souls trapped in the bewildering wood may recover.
Free of charge.
You may stay as long
That's
as you like,
reasonable.
free of charge. The wooden dining table practically groans under the weight of the platters upon it, all brimming with meats and vegetables from the bewildering wood. I've certainly earned this, you say to yourself, as you slide into your seat at the table, positively drooling over the feast before you. Melanie takes no note of your boorish behavior, uttering a small prayer of thanksgiving before reaching for a plate of vegetables. Mar sits, eyes fixed on the food upon the table, statuesque in his stillness. What a good boy.
No, please. Please.
Oh.
Crunch, crunch.
Mar clears the entire table in a matter of seconds, even emptying the water barrel in a single gulp. He lets out a self-satisfied burp that sends a small jet of just-drank water arcing out onto the floor. The sun sinks low, and the day draws to a close. A scream pierces the silence. Fire! You leap out of bed, adrenaline coursing through your veins.
Oh, no.
The others follow suit, and before long you've burst through the front door and into the street. Ridis's house is ablaze, a nearby villager screams.
They set it on fire for the insurance money. Oh.
My mother is still inside, Ridis shrieks, darting past you to fetch water from the well south of the village. Ridis is gathering water in an attempt to fight the blaze all on her own.
I feel like Mar would be best suited for carrying water. I feel like.
Okay. Yep.
Mar's eyes light up. He scrambles over the edge of the well and sucks the well dry in an instant. He pokes at his swollen belly and gestures toward Ridis's house, as if to say, "Get me back there, quick."
Oh god, is that why the old guy was drinking all the water? He was trying to literally drink it all, so there'd be nothing to put out the fire?
I mean, could be.
Now would be a good time to use the jump feature.
Quickly, put it out. You have to put it out. Mar douses the house with the water he sucked up from the well. The fire is reduced to mere embers, and all is well. Or so you think. Something darts out from behind the house and attacks.
See, that's why they had the previous bit to include that Mar drank an entire barrel of water in one gulp, and then it shot it back out.
Yep.
So nice 10-second foreshadowing right there. Freeze! Frozen!
And weak to ice. Good to know. So definitely Rolling Claw.
No, we don't attack. It won't
Remember,
attack.
it takes extra damage when frozen.
Yes, and I was going to use freeze again.
Okay.
Because it's weak to freeze, takes extra damage, and then gets frozen.
Okay.
Potentially. Did we freeze it? Pause. Deal 40 damage in one hit. It's an attack! And then attack for 30. With a crit.
Nice.
That's nice. Ooh, speed and defense. Speed, that's useful.
The fiery beast dispatched, you return to putting out the last of the blaze with Mars' help. Ridus's mother, now safe, tells you the creature came out of nowhere and set the house aflame. What would bring a creature of fire to a place like this, you wonder?
I don't know why, but I just suddenly expected there to be just like a fully like detailed like cutscene here.
Mm-hmm.
Like going from the cards to suddenly a fully detailed like animated scene. And then right back to cards afterwards, like nothing happened.
Silly Claire.
Light
Detailed
breaks
and
on a
voice
new
and
day,
everything.
and the commotion of the fire feels but a nightmare. You lead your party to Ridus's house to ask for safe passage out of the bewildering wood. You follow the curious sounds to their source. He digs and digs, but no water as Melanie beseeches you to help. But well digging was forbidden by our ancestors long ago. You've heard the legends, you protest. How is that the best lie you can come up with? She snaps back, appalled. The man turns towards you both, oblivious to the squabble playing out before him. Do you have any salve that might ease my pain? He asks. You hand the man some salve. The instant he applies it to his hands, he resumes his furious digging. This not long after that, water erupts from the ground. He sidles up to the jet of water and begins drinking from it as one would from a fountain. He is once again in his element. The man hands you mysterious card 4 to show his appreciation for the salve.
Curious.
Yes.
Anyways.
Though spared from complete collapse, Ridus's home has been thoroughly scorched. Ridus's mother tells you she was once deceived by a crooked merchant and plunged into debt. Ridis has been working to repay the debt ever since her mother took ill. You lightly press your thumb and forefinger to the corner of each eye, a mixture of sadness and anger swirling within you.
Well,
Fine.
let's check the ones that we got, because we got a couple now.
Either through bad luck or too trusting a heart, Race's mother has endured no shortage of hardship despite living in secluded woodland. You might think the repeated swindlings would get her down, but that would require that she realize she's been defrauded. Perhaps ignorance really is bliss.
Jeez. Yeah.
I know he takes no notice of me. I've made my peace with that. I'll be happy so long as I can watch him from the shadows. This place is a paradise, so many trees from which to gaze upon him from all angles, every day of the year, forever and always.
Ah, so she's a stalker. Great.
Uh-huh.
Ridis sits alone in one of its rooms, the air thick with the smell of char. There shouldn't be any fire creatures for miles, she grumbles. She says the monster appeared while she was playing the woodland flute last night.
It doesn't like your
As to why any monsters, let alone fire monsters, appeared, well... Despite the circumstances, you ask Ridis to lead you out of the bewildering wood as promised. I did promise that, didn't I? She says wearily, rising from her seat. The poor girl is clearly still in shock. Why do you want to venture out beyond the bewildering wood anyway? She inquires, as she gathers this and that in preparation to leave.
We're looking for a dragon.
We are in search of the dragon, you say valiantly, adding, the reward will be significant should we defeat him. Honesty is the best policy. Sounds like a real risky way to make a living, she replies flatly, feigning interest. A group of Ivory Order people came through here just the other day, she explains. You connect the dots with malice. Those three, you seethe. At last, Ridis is ready to depart for the edge of the bewildering wood.
So, in such a game like this, with a set party and like a set amount of, like with the maximum amount of people you can have in your party, that you can wind up with more than that many people. When the game first gives you a character that doesn't fit into your party, they would have to give some sort of really good reason for the player to want to put the character on the party. Because I played quite a few games like this, where I just get my first however many characters fill up the party, and never change it. Because I don't need any of the extra characters. I'm fine with just the standard ones. It's like the game hasn't given me any reason to say, like, this character. What is her level anyway? Level 7, okay. No amazing skills, no abilities. Equipment is pretty boring. But yeah, I don't see any specific reason to really want to exchange someone on the party. Speed is good. She would be the fastest character, but that's just
I will say, as much as I like Mar, because of how slow Mar is, other than like longer battles, he never really gets an opportunity to do anything.
Mar is also our highest attack unit, but yeah. I mean, mostly the fights are, what is it? Waterway gets the first attack, and then Melanie just lightnings everyone.
Yes.
And that's just it.
Alright.
Alright, fine. Let's replace these
Plus,
two.
it seems that leveling up is what gets you, like, abilities and stuff, so...
Alright. But also, in that case... let's see, if we could give her an extra bit of speed.
None of those boost speed.
No, hold on. We got this. So now those two are tied, unfortunately. I'm just thinking, if we have her go second, then she can usually just lightning everything. But now I'm thinking if we just have her go first, she can usually just kill an enemy anyway. And if there's only the one enemy, that's all we need. Oh, I should probably talk to her mom.
This road takes you to the east side of the bewildering. Upon seeing that Ridis is with you, he steps aside and lets you through. The eastern portion of the woods certainly does not want for thick, soupy fog.
An enemy appears. Back into the fight.
You turn away, ready to lead the party deeper into the bewildering wood. Wait just a moment, you lot, calls the voice of an older man from somewhere behind you. Ridis appears to be familiar with him. She calls him Mr. O. Here you are, young lady, he says, handing her a slip of paper. Oh dear. Further, Mr. O explains, Ridis did not have a fire insurance policy at the time of the conflagration, and so she shall have to pay in full. I'll thank you kindly to pay by the end of the month. Bye now, Mr. O says, receding from view as he returns to the forest. Hee hee. Ridis lets out a bemused chuckle, her demeanor remarkably calm for what has just transpired. She pulls the woodland flute from her cloak and begins softly playing. Ridis's ear-splitting performance, shall we say, draws monsters out from behind the trees. Within moments, they are nearly upon you.
Damn it, Ridis.
Let's do this.
Flash! Well, that was... yeah.
That's odd. I must have made a mistake, Ridis says, burying her face in her old book once more.
What are you reading?
She opens the book to a particular page and thrusts it in your face. You can't tell it's a page of sheet music with a note scrawled beside it that reads, "Play this lucky tune to reverse your financial fortunes and make money woes a thing of the past." No matter how many times I played this last night, our debt never went down, she fumes, incensed. You inspect the page a bit more carefully. Off in a corner, in letters so small as to be illegible, another message reads, "May summon monsters if played incorrectly." You finally see that so long as Ridis holds the flute, this is nothing more than a monster conjuring melody. You snatch the woodland flute from her hands. You have lost your flute-playing privileges, you inform her. But I'll never escape from this mountain of debt without it, she cries, clearly still believing in the melody of fortune. Melanie quietly opines that while Ridis is many things, bright is not one of them.
Hey, look, a chest. Careful, loose arrow. Yeah, that's easy.
You did great.
seem to be getting
Nuts
hit.
fly off the trees and
Oh,
smack
God.
you and your friends right on the head. Everyone's faces screw up in agony.
Find the
Let's find the
singer.
singer. At this rate, we'll have money for that legendary sword in no time.
And fight.
Surely Ventus is about to level up soon, right? Critical
That was
heal.
lucky.
Not that we need it.
Congrats.
Oh. Wait, you can't do it?
The archer can wear it.
Yeah, she can wear extra armor, right? Because she can wear Mal's armor for whatever reason. So less speed, but a lot more defense.
Which I think in this case means we want to swap the rings that she and Melanie have.
Because... Well, now Melanie will go.
I mean, assuming we will still want Melanie to mostly be able to use the lightning
No,
storm.
because the lightning is not effective against pretty much anyone in the forest.
Okay.
Just going first and using fire right off the bat is better. After we leave the forest, probably. Oh look, the slime is upgraded. It has a little sword and a little shield.
Yeah, you didn't notice that?
No?
Yeah, we saw one of them earlier.
Gosh, how much more experience do they even need to level up? Oh yeah, no, she's close.
Yep. So the next fight, she'll probably get a new ability.
Well, would be nice.
Don't hold back.
Yeah, nope, just slash the first one. Pew, 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 pew. Gosh, what a fight, right?
She's faster.
Interesting. She is not faster. Interesting.
Here, Ridis chirps. As she does, a hidden path out of the bewildering wood comes into view.
Oh. Well, go back.
Yep. That's what we get for being gamers. We can't just do the most efficient route. We have to go exploring. There could be an extra potion somewhere.
You know, the fact that these are like these are as cards, every time you use fire, for some reason my brain keeps thinking, oh no, you're gonna damage the card.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're actually literally setting the cards on fire. It's just like, not only is that really not something that's happening, it's also in a video game. There's no actual fire.
I mean, you say that, but I don't think my GPU believes you.
Yeah, no actual fire. Oh no.
Let's do this.
Nice.
Easy. What, 1 or 2 more fights for Waterway to level up to?
Yeah, looks like it.
One more
fight. Event. Find the singer. It's our last chance. Aha!
You think this one? You think this is it?
I think it's probably oi oi oi.
You want to go with the oi oi oi?
I honestly don't know, but maybe.
You add a fiery shout to overcome the cold. Taking your words as ridicule, the woman's eyes suddenly grow dark. How dare you insult my song? You will pay for this atrocity in blood, she exclaims, then attacks.
So this is just some person. Do we kill her?
I mean, she'll kill us if we don't. Actually, it really would have been funny if you froze her and then also used fire.
How pitiful I am, brought to my knees in these woods, defeated by savage adventurers.
I feel like all of them would be bad choices.
What an epic song that would be.
Really? So, is It's Frickin' Cold
Seemingly
actually...
satisfied,
Oh.
the woman succumbs to slumber. You decide to part ways from this woman.
I mean, you can look it up in the,
the
discussions and stuff, but I feel like that the answer is all of them are bad, but choosing
Okay.
oi oi leads to combat, and that's what ends the account.
What is the name of this
Don't
game
hold
again?
back.
It is...
Isle Dragon Roars? Voice of Cards, the Isle Dragon Roars. Neat. Well, I feel like we're going to end the episode here. Let's, I guess,
Okay.
save the game, and then we can leave next time. That'll probably be the end of Chapter 2, and then we can see the start of Chapter 3 for the start of next episode.
Sounds good.
Well,